Hi, so my name is Genesis Perez. I'm a first year dental student at Rutgers School of Dental Medicine, and I'm excited to be here today. So, how was the spring semester for me as far as classes and activities? It was a challenge at first getting used to a completely online semester. I found out that 2 days before my spring break that we were ending early, and who knew that the last class that I was in, when I found out about the news, would be my last class that I was going to be in for undergrad ever. So everything happened so quickly, and it was definitely a challenge at first, but I quickly transition to the online learning environment. So, am I worried about potential exposure to COVID? Absolutely. I personally I live with my family, so if something were to happen and there was an exposure to COVID, I would be potentially risking my family's health as well, which is something that we don't want. And having to go completely online, while it's something that we would all have to get accustomed to, it would be different, after since we've already started in person. So what is Rutgers' plan for potential exposure? So right now as students, we're getting tested every month, and we were told that if we needed to get tested more frequently, then that would be an option for us. We're obviously practicing social distancing, and we were told that if in the middle of the semester there was a possibility that we needed to go completely online, that would be an option as well. So the COVID situation, as far as dealing with my family and visiting family over the holidays, so I live with my family, so that's not necessarily something that I'm concerned about. But however, during the holidays, I don't plan on, let's say, traveling or having other family come to my house. We're just staying here, close knit of us here, nothing crazy for the holidays. So how has my first generation status shaped my career for dentistry? So I've known that I wanted to be a dentist since high school. When it was time to apply for college, it was completely different. Like I had to learn the application process by myself, financial aid by myself, all these things because my parents never went to college, so it wasn't something that they were very familiar with. And then now that I'm in dental school, I feel like I'm kind of doing the same thing again. Like I had to learn the process again, had to figure out how to interview and do different things like that. And even now that I'm in dental school as a first gen student, it's a lot of figuring out how to be a grad student, what do I do when I need this? What resources do I go to when I need this? So it's a lot of kind of adjusting to different environments. What advice would I give to first generation students trying to go to college or dental school? I would say to look for mentorship in other students. I think that that's something that really kept me motivated during my process, seeing people who were in the position where I wanted to be and asking them questions and really picking their brains about different things was something that really helped me. Another thing is not to get discouraged, especially if you're going into, let's say, a field that you're underrepresented or where you're an underrepresented minority. I think that personally for me, that only motivates me even more to continue pursuing my career goals, even though there aren't as many people that look like me from where I'm from. That's something that pushes me forward and keeps me going even on the days where dental school gets really hard. So if I were talking to potential dental students, some pieces of advice I would give. The first one is to always prioritize your mental health. I think being a pre-dental or a dental student is already a super stressful situation, and then you add on top of that a pandemic. It definitely creates a lot of stress, anxiety, and a lot of worry. My recommendation for potential dental students is to take the summer before your dental school classes begin to take care of yourself, to establish healthy eating habits, sleeping habits, to just really focus on finding ways to take care of yourself so that on the days where you're really struggling in dental school, you can kind of have like a grounding moment and take it for yourself, you know what I mean? And another piece of advice that I would give, especially during the pandemic, is to not worry about things that you can't control, because we're living in really unprecedented times. You know, for my classes, for example, we're going into school today, but we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And I think that as long as like we remember that these are unprecedented times, we can't control anything. We can't control things beyond what we can control.